Institutional CRE is fast becoming a game of 6 degrees of Abu Dhabi. In one way or another, the biggest players and most notable deals are being bankrolled by that ultra-wealthy emirate. Yalla, let's take a look. The ruler of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, heads the world's richest family, which oversees state assets and private funds that add up to more than $1.5 trillion. I'll say that again, $1.5 trillion. To deploy that immense war chest, MBZ has a close cadre of trusted deputies, young, ambitious men who are a particular Gulfi hybrid, home in both the global capital markets and the Majlis. They fluently toggle between statecraft and multi-billion-dollar deals. One of those men is Khaldun al-Mubarak, who oversees sovereign wealth fund Mubadala. You might better know him as the chairman of Man City. With over $300 billion of assets, Mubadala is all over the global economy and has been in the US CRE mix for years now. It was inevitable that it would find its way deeper into CRE's most intoxicating space, private credit. Last year, Mubadala began gunning to buy SoftBank's majority stake in Fortress, the prolific debt investor that made its mark across the US skyline, from Stuytown to the GM building to 125 Greenwich Street. The deal took over a year to be consummated though, as Mubadala needed US Treasury approval to close. Now that it's done though, Mubadala's back for more. There seems to be a sense among the merely large that if you're not among the biggest, you might as well not play. Something Fortress co-CEO Drew McKnight articulated this summer. For us to compete with larger firms like Ares, Apollo, and 6th Street, we need to continue to grow assets. Because if we don't, then we'll be less relevant, he said. Mubadala is also a backer of Blue Owl, which owns a stake in HPS. And Mubadala is not Abu Dhabi's only pathway into the private credit space either. Adia is a huge player in European real estate debt and recently backed Arrow Global's debt fund targeting the continent. Mubadala is in the European real estate debt game too through a JV with Ares. And Abu Dhabi isn't stopping there. It's betting huge funds on another red-hot sector of CRE, data centers. In March, it announced an AI infrastructure vehicle, MGX, and its first big bet has just come into focus. A $30 billion AI fund in partnership with BlackRock and Microsoft to build data centers and energy projects to support the AI economy. Middle Eastern oil wealth in general has been flowing into the data center market via the world's biggest investment firms. Saudi Arabia's PIF made a $20 billion anchor investment into Blackstone's US Infra Fund a few years ago, and that fund has been busy building up a gargantuan data center portfolio. John Gray has described the asset class as Blackstone's lens into the AI boom, while his boss Steve Schwartzman went even further. He expects to become the world's largest AI infrastructure investor, and this summer, compare the consequences of AI to Edison's patenting of the light bulb. Abu Dhabi is not one to miss these kind of opportunities. Hope you enjoyed this breakdown. For more like this, follow at 1031 TV on Instagram and YouTube, and sign up for the promote if you want CRE Insider Spice right in your inbox. Thank you so much, and until next time.